exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Notre Dame Dynasty here on College Football Revamped. That's right, the All-American Dynasty returns with the final game of the regular season. We've got Navy versus Notre Dame, a rivalry spanning hundreds of years. Well, probably just 100 years, I guess, at this point. But a major rivalry. Two guys back in the day that didn't like each other, and now we play football every year. That's what this rivalry has become. Navy versus Notre Dame. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We got some talking to do, because if you guys watched the last episode, we got some work to do, boys. We've got some work to do. If we want to take home the Heisman Trophy this year, we got to get Todd Gurley a massive game. Another massive game against Navy. We had one last week, but we need to have him have another massive game. He's the only running back with a shot at it. In third place, he needs to have a massive game, or else you can just kiss the Heisman Trophy goodbye for this season. And the reason that we don't have to worry about Johnny Manziel possibly getting the Heisman is because he got... Oh, wait, what? I was going to say he got hurt for the season, but Johnny Manziel is not hurt. Say what? I thought Johnny Manziel got hurt last game for the year. Oh. Okay. So if he's not hurt, then we're going to use him. Although I kind of want to use Marcus Mariota at this point, because if you guys watched that last episode, I mean, Marcus Mariota led our team more confidently than Manziel ever has. So I don't know if we should stick with Manziel or not. I could have sworn that it said Manziel was done for a few weeks at least. I guess not. And if we take a look at the top 25 polls, we are number 2 in the country, behind a fellow undefeated team in Virginia Tech. Then we got Ohio State and Bama, Texas and Oklahoma too. So it's rivalry week, boys. Iron Bowl, the game. Virginia Tech versus Virginia, us versus Navy. It's rivalry week, and we got some big-time rivalries. Hopefully we can do something. And the reason that Todd Gurley is not at the top of the Heisman watch is because we didn't have a game last week. That's why. So he's third. He needs to have a huge game against Navy, or else the trophy's just gone, basically. And I wanted to mention one thing before we started this game. We will not be having a college football playoff. It'll just be the regular BCS. And that's because, at least for right now, this series is on, well, the series will always be on PS3 instead of on the PC version of College Football Revamped. And I'm not really too sure how to do the college football playoff on PS3. Like, I don't know what files I need to add or what I need to do and stuff. I've watched some videos, but I'm still not 100% sure what I need to do. So to make it easier on me, I know it sucks because it's not as realistic as it probably could be, but to make it easier for me, we're just gonna stick with the base BCS bowl games and just one game for the national title and stuff, 1 versus 2, or whoever the top 2 teams are in the country are. So that's what we're gonna do. I know it sucks, but I'd love to have the college football playoff in there, and if I can figure it out, we certainly will get it in. But for right now, it'll just be the basic BCS system. So I hope you guys are okay with that. But that's what it's going to be. So you guys are going to have to be okay with that. But with all that being done, Navy, Notre Dame, big rivalry game. Let's try and stay undefeated. I'll see you guys in there.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Take a peek at the message boards of both of these teams sometimes, and you'll find fans who say, why won't Coach get with the times? Can't we just have a little innovation in our offense? Not going to happen. Both of these guys are stubborn, and stubborn in a good way. They are committed to their philosophy that you have to run and run with toughness in order to win the game. So that's not going to change, no matter how many times some guys post they should change. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
More than 80,000 fans are here today at one of college football's most historic fields, Notre Dame Stadium. Kickoff is coming up. And now let's head down to the coin toss. It is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are excited because we got some big-time action here in the final game of the regular season. Big-time rivalry as we lose the coin toss. Let's see if Johnny Manziel can have a good day. We have some recruits visiting. We have 2 wide receivers and a running back that are visiting for this game, as Sammy Watkins takes that down with a nice return, 33 yards. So we need to pass for 250 yards and rush for over 100. We're going to stick probably more towards the rushing because we do need to get Todd Gurley at least in fighting chance for the Heisman. So if we can give him over 150, 200 yards rushing today, that's going to be the key. Ooh. We got some options, or we got some ability to break some Notre Dame records this week. That's interesting. But we need to focus on pounding the rock, getting Todd Gurley as many yards as physically possible, mainly getting him, I guess the yards don't necessarily matter, but getting him some decent touchdowns probably matters a little bit more. Like if we get Todd Gurley, if he ends up with like 150 yards and 4 touchdowns, that probably gives him a good shot at winning the Heisman. Because he's in a good position. He was just #1 a couple of weeks ago. If we didn't have the bye week, he probably stays at #1 as we dump that off to Sammy Watkins. But if we don't have that bye week in between last episode and this episode, he's probably still at #1, and we don't really have to worry as much about trying to get him back in the top half. So scheduling kind of screwed us here at the end of the season. Hopefully that doesn't happen next year, as Todd Gurley gets us the first down to the 8-yard line. He's already got 18 yards on 3 carries, so we're in good position. Let's go with a play-action boot here, see if we can get this to either Nicholas or Watkins here. I guess Beckham could be open. It's one-on-one if that safety doesn't drop back. He did. Actually, that might have been open for Beckham. I don't know if Manziel's arm could have got there, but Beckham might have had a shot at it if we lobbed it. But we might as well take the safe route. Troy Nicholas was there. We don't need to take any unnecessary risk in a rivalry game, that's for sure. And it looks like Alabama, I just saw them on the ticker, they must have won their Iron Bowl against Auburn, so they're going to stay in the top 4. Clemson loses to South Carolina. That's interesting, but they weren't ranked very highly. Clemson was like 19th, and South Carolina was like 7th. So Some rivalry games are being decided. Virginia Tech will stay number 1, so they are most likely, as long as they win their ACC title, they are most likely going to be the team, one of the 2 teams in the national championship game. It just depends on if we win, because we have to play this game, then we have the Big Ten championship game against whoever's on the western side, and then we got the national championship game. So we got 2 episodes left in the season, actually, of played games. As Todd Gurley spins around and almost gets a touchdown there. I thought he was going to spin in for a touchdown. But we have this game, then we have 2 more episodes, the conference championship and the national championship, if we win the conference championship, obviously. And then we have the off-season video, and then we're into season number 3. Because don't forget, this is season number 2. This isn't season number 3. This is season number 2. As Todd Gurley gets the first of hopefully many rushing touchdowns today. And we get on the board first. That was pretty self-explanatory for the offense. Navy's defense really didn't stand a chance, and I didn't think they would this game. I mean, just think of the competition difference, the talent difference. We have a bunch of 4- or 5-star recruits. They have guys that are in the military. And no offense to guys that are in the military, but they just can't compete with the talent on the football field that we have. But that's their defense. We don't know what their offense looks like. Their offense might be elite. We don't know, because you know how these military football teams, the military programs, they like to run the triple option, and they like to get a little creative with their offenses. So let's see if we can stop the run game, because they're going to be running the football a lot, I would expect, just like we ran the football a lot. And here comes an option, just like I mentioned. Keenan Reynolds goes down. I remember Keenan Reynolds. Let's see if we can adjust, because we might have to call an early timeout and adjust to these runs just to make sure that we have it. Is that a pass? That is a pass, but Stephon Tuitt is there, and he wraps him up. Oh, Stephon Tuitt's close to breaking some sack records. All right, I'll take that. Stephon Tuitt's got a shot at breaking some sack records. Oh, he's wide open. How did we have busted coverage? How did we have busted coverage in the secondary? Bryson Garcia came in unblocked and just like butt naked wide open. I don't know what happened. I guess we went for it all on 3rd down and we got caught sleeping. Good job, Sheldon Day. But I was offside. Oh, I didn't think they caught me. I thought I stepped back. That one's on me. I thought I stepped back. Okay, so we forget the good stop that we had with Sheldon Day. That's not good. I really did think I stopped there. All right, 1st and 5. We know what this Navy team's gonna do. We just gotta get there and stop him. Keenan Reynolds, he's gonna take off, and that's Stephon Tuitt. Is that the record? I don't know. I don't know how close he is. We should have really checked before we jumped into the game to see if that's the record or not. But he's got 2 sacks. It's 2nd down and 8. We might as well keep using him, seeing if we can get any more. Arizona State is putting a drubbing on number 18, Arizona. Reggie Ragland shuts that down. No, Copeland's going nowhere. I think, was that, who destroyed Keenan Reynolds there? Was that Prince Shembo? I don't know who that was. That might have been Ishaq Williams who got him there. Somebody got him and absolutely destroyed Keenan Reynolds there. Oh, I wanted to pick that, but I wasn't Reggie Ragland there. 4th and 4, will they take the field goal? That's the question. Are they in field goal range? Michigan upsets number 3 Ohio State. That's insane. I hate that as a Buckeye fan, but Reynolds got hurt. Reynolds got hurt. He'll be back soon, but he got the wind knocked out of him. And then Stephon Tuitt's there to shut it down. That's a turnover for Navy. Stephon Tuitt is making a scene here. And it is possibly, I think he's a senior, possibly his final game at Notre Dame field. In the eyes of touchdown Jesus, the defense is looking pretty good. We're going to keep it with Manziel, and we've got some space. He's got speed. Johnny Manziel around the corner. Can he break a tackle? He can. Johnny Manziel, 30-yard rush. And with under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter, Notre Dame's offense is cooking. Can you smell what the Notre Dame offense is cooking? I certainly can, as we give this to Todd Gurley. Good blocking. Break another tackle. Todd, good job. Fight for some extra yards. That's what I'm talking about. That's a Heisman type of run right there. 8 carries for 51 yards. That's what we need to do. We just need to keep getting him decent yards and then get those touchdowns. But we can't forget about getting 250 passing yards. That's going to be pretty tough. We're going to have to get some pretty nasty long gains on the through the air if we're going to get that. Who's open? Beckham in the back of the end zone. That was a very risky pass. I probably shouldn't have thrown that. That's the end of the first quarter. That is the end of the first quarter. Let's see if we can do the same in this quarter, because we basically controlled the narrative in the first quarter. Can I send? I really want to send Nicholas on a whatchamacallit route. Oh, Beckham Jr. What a high throw from Manziel, and Beckham was able to snag that. That was close. I thought that was going to go over his head, because you know how Manziel can be so inaccurate at times. But we got, that was all I needed. I didn't really want to score the touchdown with Manziel because I wanted to score the touchdown with Todd Gurley. So here we go. We're at the 4. Let's see if Gurley can punch it in, and he can. Another rushing touchdown for Gurley. That's 2. And that's a 14-point lead in the eyes of touchdown Jesus. And there it goes. 14-point lead. ECU absolutely destroyed Southern Miss. That was crazy. I just saw that score. They had like 59 points or something. Fresno State put up 65 in their game. Some high-scoring games around the country. Washington upsets Washington State. I still can't believe that Michigan beat Ohio State. I'm a little upset about that. That's good, though. Not because Michigan beat Ohio State, but that probably means that Braxton Miller didn't have a great game. And Braxton Miller is second currently in the Heisman race in front of Todd Gurley, who's third. So we need to check and take a look to see if UCLA wins, because UCLA has Brett Hundley, who's ahead of, or who's number 1 currently, as Jalen Smith tracks down Jenkins and brings him down. If Brett Hundley struggles and Todd Gurley has a decent game, that means that Todd Gurley could win it in the end. Who knows? But I need to keep a lookout at the bottom ticker to see where UCLA is at. That's going to be Ibrahim Campbell knocking that down. Keenan Reynolds is back in the game. I didn't want to try and pick that off. I just wanted to try and swat that down because I didn't want to completely whiff and then he goes for like a 70-yard, 60-yard touchdown or something. So 3rd and 12. Can Stephon Tuitt get his 3rd sack of the day? He's fighting for it. Reynolds is going to step up and run and get sacked by, is that Jalen Smith who got him or somebody got him? Reggie Ragland might have got him. I'm not sure who got him. I wasn't paying attention. But we stopped him again. Too easy. Arizona State finishes off Arizona. So that's a big upset. Number 18, Arizona, done. Sammy Watkins has got some space. Oh, he broke a tackle. Turn it back around the other side. I can't turn it back around. I got stuck. UConn, number 10, UConn. We know we're in a simulation when UConn is actually good at football. All right, let's go with a pass before we start running the ball again. We have 14 points, a 14-point lead. That's going to be a risky throw, and Sammy Watkins is able to bring it in. I kind of panicked and didn't throw it there, so that almost cost me even more than actually throwing it. He's got 59 yards pass. Yeah, we got a long way to go before we get to 250. I don't know if we even will. The only first down Navy's offense has gotten is that butt-naked, wide-open tight end they had. I still don't know how he got that wide open. Ooh, I think I just heard that Todd Gurley just got to 1,500 rushing yards on the season with that run. The season that Todd Gurley's having is amazing. And this should be the 3rd rushing touchdown. He's wide open, and there it is. There's the 100 yards rushing for the recruit. I think he's only a 3-star, but still, we might as well do it. And Todd Gurley's got all 3 of the rushing touchdowns, or of the touchdowns in general. That is massive. What's the studio update? Oh, it's going to talk about the upset that we had, or that we saw. I don't know if Arizona will be ranked. That's a pretty tough loss this late in the season. I don't know if they'll be ranked. And speaking of not being ranked, I don't know where Ohio State's going to fall. They might fall to like 11th or 10th or something, depending on who else behind them won. That's going to be pretty crazy. I don't know what's going to happen there. But with Virginia Tech winning and us presumably winning, we basically know who the national championship game is going to be, because I don't foresee us losing in the Big Ten championship game. I guess Virginia Tech could lose their title game, the ACC title game, whoever they're playing. So we know that it's probably going to be us. Oh, I missed it. I missed it with Stephon Tuitt, and he's actually got some space. Keaton Reynolds down the sideline, finally wrapped up. He had some nice gains going there. I missed him just barely with Tuitt as he was starting his initial run. But then nobody else could catch him, apparently. That's going to be a great throw. Jenkins has got it. Luckily, Campbell's able to pull him out of bounds. They don't usually throw the ball, so throws are a little bit... catch us off guard sometimes. They catch us off guard because we're so designed for the run right now. Ooh, I'm offside. I was offside again. That snap gets me all the time. I hate it so much. Oh, was I not offside? Stephon Tuitt breaks the record. Stephon Tuitt has set the single game record. 18 career sacks. Let's go. Stephon Tuitt is in the history books, man. 18 career sacks. I'm so happy they didn't count me offside there. That little like pullback of the camera real quick, it gets me every single time. And in this game, when you move to the line. You don't just like move side to side like in Madden to give you offside penalties and stuff. So like that gets me all the time, and I can't stop it. It's just a habit, because that's what it looks like when you snap the ball. The camera pulls back like that. So can we get him again? We got to get another sack on him. He's in the way. Come on, somebody pull him down. Oh, he fell. Who's going to get credit for that? He just fell down. I don't know if anybody's going to get credit for that. They're going to punt the ball away. That was... I couldn't believe nobody could get in there. He was just like... He was like circular or surrounded in a circular pattern by his entire offensive line. They like built a body suit for him and stuff. They're going to try and run this clock down. I don't know if it's going to be worth it, because we've got such a high-powered offense right now between Manziel and Gurley. And I really hope that Manziel, he's a junior redshirt. He's not going to win the Heisman this year because he got injured in that final game, and then we didn't have the week last week. So I really hope that Manziel goes to the NFL. I know that's weird saying that because he's my All-American quarterback, but I really want to get somebody new in there. And we can't do that if Manziel's hogging everything, as Amari Cooper steps out of bounds there. 1:17 to go. That was an elite route by Amari Cooper. Where do we want to go next? Do we want to go 4 verticals? I think it's still too early to go 4 verticals. We can work the middle of the field. I mean, clock stops at first downs, and we've got all 3 timeouts, and we still got 1:17. So it's not like we're really rushing for time here as we just dump this to Todd Gurley. I probably shouldn't have done that. That loses a yard. That looks bad on Gurley now. I'm sorry, Todd. We'll get you a ball later in the game. Get rid of that negative on the stat sheet for you. I didn't know that was going to be that bad of a throw from Manziel, but Manziel does do that at times. He does throw some pretty questionable passes, as that one gets to Troy Nicholas. He gets up the field to the what was that, like what are we at, like the 49 or something? I guess we're at the 50 maybe. I guess you can consider that the 50. Where am I going with this? I'm chucking that. Oh, Manziel has no arm, especially falling back and running. There was no arm on that pass there. It's 4th and 2. Do we consider going for this with Gurley? I mean, obviously we're gonna go for this. That's what we do. We don't punt the football on this channel, no matter what game it is. But do we give... Ooh, read option might be pretty good. Of course the offense is back out there. Melvin Gordon is in the... What? Why is... Oh, they got us. Why was Melvin Gordon the quarterback in that situation? I'm not 100% sure why. All right, doesn't matter. We get the ball to start... Or do we get... No, they get the ball to start half. That's all right. We're up 21-0. It's not like we need to score much more. We've done our damage as Lewis Nix is in there to get the sack. That might be the game. I don't know how much of the clock is going to go away. That might be the game. That might be the half, I should say. Are they going to get another playoff? Oh, they called a timeout, I think. Oh, okay. No wonder. I was wondering why the clock wasn't going. They've been sacked a bunch in this game. Keenan Reynolds is taking some beatings. He's going to go deep. Trey Waynes. Out of bounds. I thought he got 1 foot in. Because all you got to do is get 1 foot in college. I thought he did it. Luckily, he stepped out. That would have been a great throw. That would have been an elite throw if he would have got that. I didn't even get a jump animation either. And he's going to drop that. Oh, man. That was close. Good contact from Trey Waynes, I think it was. 14 seconds left. It's 4th down and 13. They're going to punt the ball. Just run the clock out or something. We don't need to punt the ball back. This feels a little bit unnecessary. But whatever. We'll take it, I guess. Watkins. All right, we'll just go 1 run with Gurley, and then we'll get out of here for the half. Up 21-0. We don't really need to... Oh, because I was in the Wildcat. That's why it was Melvin Gordon at quarterback, because I was in the Wildcat. Duh, I didn't even notice. I mean, it doesn't matter. We got stopped anyway, so. But I didn't even realize I was in the Wildcat. All right, that's the half. Notre Dame up 21-0 on Rivals Navy. We're looking pretty good. We've already got the rushing yards done for the running back recruit. We just need to get those 250 passing yards, and I think we can do it. Maybe. I'm still trying to focus. My obvious goal is to try and get Todd Gurley back in the Heisman race. He's got three touchdowns, so that's going to help. Plus, Braxton Miller probably didn't have a very good game, so we're getting some things that are going to help us, but we still got to do our part. And I still haven't seen what happened to UCLA. I don't know if they've played yet because they're on the West Coast. I don't know if they've played yet because this is probably the prime time. Well, not prime time, but this is probably the 8 o'clock ABC game. So I don't know. Actually, that would be prime time, I guess. And UCLA probably doesn't play until like 10 o'clock Eastern time, but it'd probably be like 6 or 7 o'clock West Coast time, I guess. As Ryan Shazier wraps him up, it's 3rd and 4. Are they going to keep going for it on 4th downs, or are they going to punt it like they had been like past couple of times? Because at the beginning of the game, they were always going for it on 4th down. We'll find out, I guess, if we stop them here. It's 3rd and 4. Reynolds is going to keep it. He's going to find his man. It's Jenkins wide open. Man. Those little routes where they just slip through the cracks of the outside of the defense, they're always getting open. They snap it quickly, hand it to Jenkins, and he's going to find some space, get 5 yards. Okay. I want them to run the ball because that just takes as much clock as possible away. So that when we get back, I know it sucks because we can't throw the ball as much, but do we really need any more wide receiver recruits? I don't know if we necessarily do. Oh, Reggie Ragland, the speed. The speed of Reggie Ragland to get out there and wrap up Whiteside. I'm guessing Alabama's going to jump up to 3. It's going to be Virginia Tech at 1, us at 2, unless we somehow jump Virginia Tech. I don't see how that's possible, though. Come on, wrap him up. Thank you. Then Alabama at 3. I don't know who's going to be 4, but Alabama's got themselves in the top 3 with a lucky Ohio State loss. All right, should we continue to try and go for 250 yards? I guess we can focus this quarter on getting Gurley some more rushing yards because he's got 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty solid day. There's probably going to be a clipping penalty or something. All right, that's good because it gives us more yards to get with Todd Gurley, so that's not a bad thing. I'm not like mad or anything. It doesn't really matter. It's okay, Russell. It's okay. All right, let's focus on Gurley. See how many yards we can actually get with him. Plus, we can run the clock down, too. So that's a nice 6-yard gain. He's got 86 yards with 3 touchdowns. If we can get him about 150, I'd feel pretty confident. 150 and 4 touchdowns. I think that's what I predicted at the beginning of the game, which I said was like I'd feel comfortable with that being his final stat line. So, oh, I had it out on the outside, but I got just attacked by that final guy. I could have broken a huge rush there. That last guy got me. That's upsetting. I thought I was finally gonna break a big run. We haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, he broke a couple tackles. Gurley keeps fighting. That's another 8-yard gain right there. 107 for Gurley now. I don't know what was going on there. There's some weird positions right there those guys were in. Let's go with a read option, see if they're reading Manziel, if they're reading Gurley. If they're reading Manziel, that's obviously ideal, but they're not, so we'll go with Manziel here. And we got some big-time yardage. 16 yards for the former Heisman candidate. 46 yards in total because he had that huge 30-yard gain earlier. All right, let's keep pounding it down their throat. Navy can't stop it. They know that they can't stop it. We'll go to the outside, cut inside, break a tackle, and spin up for another big-time gain. That's 12 extra yards added on. 119. Gurley's having a good day. Gurley is having a good day, which is what you want to see. 250 total yards. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be possible to get 250 passing yards. We'd have to double what we have now and get 500 total yards of offense just through the air. And I don't know if that's possible in a quarter, in basically quarter in 2 minutes. That's not really possible. Let's go with a throw here to throw them off because they might start getting on to us on the run game. So we're going to throw it quickly. Amari Cooper. I threw that a little too quickly. I thought Amari Cooper got off his off the line quicker than what he did, but he had to battle that corner a little bit longer than I thought, and that almost got us either an interception or an incomplete pass. They are stacking the box here on 2nd down, and we're going to cut it to the outside. Todd Gurley's got number 4. Todd Gurley is having a day here in South Bend. They stack the box, and Gurley just goes outside, and his speed is enough. I'm telling you, this might be the game that gets Gurley the Heisman. We are certainly trying. 28-0, late 3rd quarter. This could be the game that gets Gurley the Heisman, and I'm hoping that it is. We just got to hope that Brett Hundley doesn't have that good of a game. They're probably going to kneel this one down, and then let's see what our defense can do. Our defense has been stopping this Navy offense. I mean, they haven't really been doing anything. We could go with aggressive. I want to stop the QB contain, and we can do, let's go conservative on the option defense there. We'll see what that does. See if that costs us. I can always change it if we call a timeout or something. So let's see what happens here. We've got Sheldon Day, who was trying to get there. Somehow he got that ball away. I didn't want to jump and knock it down because I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know if I'd miss it or something, so I didn't try and jump. And plus, you never really get animations like that in NCAA, so I didn't even really try it. I'm surprised he got the ball off to begin with. And Ryan Shazier's there to wrap him up. That might be a half a sack for Shazier and maybe Sheldon Day or something, or Stephon Tuitt. It might be. It looks like it might be all Shazier, so that's good. That's what, like the 5th sack we've gotten on him today, or maybe the 6th. I don't even know. Because Stephon Tuitt's has 4, so that's gonna be caught. Wow. Jeffrey Whiteside, good hands. Shazier was right on him and the point of impact right when he caught it. And he held on to it. That's all you can say is good job on that one. There's not much else you can do. That's going to be a sack. Is that a sack? Yes, it is. Another one for Tuitt. That's number 19 in the career. Number 19 in the career. And Tuitt, he's set 2 records today. Stephon Tuitt is having a career day. We are breaking all kinds of records. And that's going to be another scramble. Shazier gets just knocked away. Why can't we tackle him? He stiff arms. What happened there? We just couldn't tackle him, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Keenan Reynolds has had some pretty scary runs. He's had some long ones. We're at the final 5 minutes of the game. 28-0. This one's done. Can we wrap him up? No, we can't. Keenan Reynolds is dangerous. Okay, so I skipped to the end of the game because there was no reason for you guys to see that last like 5 minutes of the game last quarter because I was just going to run the football out. Nothing happened. It's still 28-0. We shut him out, so nothing really happened. Nothing changed. But Manziel, 8 for 10, 98 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. We don't really need those recruits that bad, and we might get him still anyway. But here's the man of the hour. 25 carries, 157 yards, and 4 touchdowns for Todd Gurley. I think that's going to be enough to get him a shout at the Heisman. I don't know for sure, though. 5 carries, 107 yards for Manziel. Decent games for the receivers, but we didn't really throw the ball that much. The defense is what we got to talk about because 4 sacks for Tuitt, 1 for Nix, 1 for Shazier, and 1 for Ragland. That is a crazy day in terms of sacking the quarterback. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'll see you guys once we simulate to the Big Ten championship game. Hopefully we're in the conversation for the Heisman. I don't know, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Big Ten championship game in the next episode. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. If you want to take a look at our at what we've done so far this series, we started in 2013. Then we are in 2014 right now. We were 13-0 last year and we won the national title. And now we are 12-0 with a chance to win the Big Ten championship this year. So we'll have 14 wins if we do win both the game next episode and then the national title game. We'll check stats in the next episode after the Big Ten title, or before the Big Ten title game, I guess. Let's do letter of intent, sure. We'll check all that in the next episode before the Big Ten title game. I do want to show you guys one thing because when I was simulating, there was a week in between the game against Navy and then this week that we're in right now. It was just a bye week that we simulated through. And I think if everything stays the same, Todd Gurley leads the Heisman once again. Braxton Miller didn't have a good day. Brett Hundley obviously didn't have that good of a day, but Todd Gurley with 157 yards and 4 touchdowns on 25 carries in the game against Navy, that might be the Heisman locked up for him. I mean, obviously we still have to win in the Big Ten championship game against Ohio State and have a good day against Ohio State. with Todd Gurley, but that might be the Heisman Trophy locked up for him. Now, this is what the top 25 is looking like. Virginia Tech is still number 1. We are still number 2. So this is probably going to be the national championship game, unless Virginia Tech loses to Louisville, who they're playing right now. They are playing 9-3, number 7 ranked Louisville. If they lose that game, then it's us probably versus Alabama, I would guess, if they beat South Carolina in the SEC title game. So there's still some things that could change. Ohio State did drop to number 10. There are some things that still could change. I wanted to show you guys records because Manziel has the season records. That was last season, I think, that he got the passing touchdowns in a season. Receiving, we don't have anything yet, but defensively, this is what we just got this year, or this last game. 19 sacks in a career and 4 in a game for Stephon Tuitt. He's now in the record books. And Todd Gurley got 2 of these this season. He got 22 rushing touchdowns this season, along with 1,603 rushing yards this season. So Todd Gurley's having a great year. If we go to NCAA records, we have some that we got last year, I think. We got the longest interception return. We might have got that this year. Kick return, 108 yards. Todd Gurley got the longest run. So we've definitely made ourselves known by in the world of the NCAA by getting these records. We've got individual season records, coaching career records. We'll probably get there if we win some national titles or anything, or some consecutive victories or anything like that. So it's going to take a while for us to get in those ones. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Next episode is the Big Ten Championship game. I'm excited for it. Indianapolis, here we come. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.